Hey, welcome back to class. This is Mr. Pederson again for Sports and Entertainment Marketing. So now that you guys have taken Chapter 2 test, we're going to move on to the next chapter of Chapter 3. This Chapter 3 is about the wide world of sports and entertainment marketing. Starting with Chapter 3.1 is the industry segments. Today we're going to define an industry and give an example of a subdivision of an industry. We're also going to explain why these marketing decisions are based on these standards, norms, and trends. So starting on page 60, the sports and entertainment industry is the keyword for today. The industry is a group of organizations in producing or handling the same product or type of services. So industries may be further defined as subdivisions too. A subdivision, let's say the concert industry. A group of organizations or people are in the industry to put on concerts, whether it be your favorite artists. So yeah, somewhere along those lines. There's country, there's rap, there's pop, there's emo, there's alternative, whatever. Those are different subdivisions in an industry. The concert industry, and then there's types of subdivisions, which would be country, rock, top 40, hip hop, are all subdivisions of that music industry. Another example might be for hotels. The hotel industry, where you stay for a while. The subdivision of the hotel industry is like full service, limited service, economy, and extended stay. So those are all different categories or subdivisions of an industry. And then there's even more subdivisions. The more you break it down, if you have a big industry, there's smaller industry subdivisions, and then even you can break that down even further. But key word to know for the test or for this class is what an industry is. Industry is that group of organizations involved in producing or handling the same product or service. On page 61, we talk about industry standards. Industry standard is a guideline and goal set for different entertainment industries. If you go to a concert, what are some standards that you would expect? You would expect ticket takers, you would expect concessions, you would expect assigned seating. If you were to buy an assigned seat, you would also expect general admission, general seating, where you first come, first serve, closest to the stage. You would expect security there. You would expect an opening band, the main band. Those are different industry standards, also known as industry norms. The average expectation within an industry. For example, let's say we're to go back to the hotel side of things. The standard customers tend to expect from a 3-star hotel is a clean, nicely furnished room with amenities such as a swimming pool, a gaming room, fitness center, room service. You would also expect a bit of internet connectivity or internet connection. An industry trend used to be that you could get Wi-Fi or free or Wi-Fi, but you would have to pay for that Wi-Fi. Now it's become the industry trend that Wi-Fi is expected to be free as you pay for your room. Industry norms provide examples of what to expect for, let's say, attendance, the length of different events that may be held, and other important factors for people who plan these things. Industry trends will show the latest demand for and customers' response to these sports and entertainment events and their relative growth or decline over time. So this data is continuously collected over and over and over again. Even for NASCAR, it says NASCAR events or growing in attendance at NASCAR events or decreased enthusiasm for music concerts among young people. Marketing plans, how you plan your business or plan your marketing scheme, is based on the industry trend. Page 61, marketing decisions for an industry. Marketing decisions are based upon industry standards, norms, and trends. So whatever is going on in this industry dictates how you're going to be operating your business and even marketing your business as well. If you can flip to page 62, it talks about U.S. sports camps. U.S. Sports Camps has partnered with Nike to offer, this is like the elite sports camp for different sports of growing trends. Tennis, swimming, football, golf, in basketball. Excuse me. Nike sponsors many of these camps and provides Nike apparel for all camp participants and staff. So if you were to go to this camp, you would expect to get some Nike shirts, Nike wristbands, headbands, water bottles, whatever it would be, because it's sponsored by Nike. A lot of these camps are set on a college campus with the college coaches that would provide instruction and training. So if I was to go to a USSC, US Sports Camp, coaching or camping clinic, I would say we're to be in the University of Minnesota for basketball. I would expect to see Pat, her first name's Pat, the women's basketball coach, and Tubby Smith, who is the men's basketball coach. I would expect to see those there because it's part of the industry standard. USSC has also invested $80,000 in the creation of a website that has produced huge results. Why has it produced huge results? Because it's got tons of information, and it's based on commerce. It received $1.4 million in online sales in 1 year. The reason why it's had so much success is because they send out direct mail. They have a letter, and they mail it out in the mail, and you would get that, and they'll also advertise in specialized sports magazines, which would be like Sports Illustrated or ESPN magazine. I've even seen one in Eastbay, which is a shoe or a retail sales catalog. The advertising invites readers to find more information on the web, which means it goes back to that website that they've created, and then they can find information about each camp. They can allow you to register and pay for your camp through its online registration and payment features. It said that this web store, online website has handled 20% increase in business with 20% fewer staff. So that means there's less people there answering the phone calls, sending out mail, doing whatever, because there's more information that they go online and find instead. According to college sports now, we're going to go to the sports side of sports entertainment. College sports, the industry's trend for college sports is a continual increase in salaries into the millions and tens of millions of dollars for these top college football coaches. So how do colleges cover these expenses? How is Nick Saban making $13 million a year coaching the Alabama Crimson Tide? Well, to help cover some of those expenses, colleges are expanding their stadiums, making new stadiums or bigger stadiums, and they're also attracting major sponsors. Going back to the University of Minnesota again, they don't exactly have a top named head coach, but they've done those steps in order to get the top head coach by building a new stadium called the TCF Bank Stadium. They've moved out of the Metrodome and built a new stadium that's on campus. And they've also gotten major sponsors, and you can guess by the name of the stadium. It's called TCF Bank Stadium. TCF is a national-sized bank based out of Minneapolis. So they're paying millions of dollars each year to have the TCF Bank name on that stadium. So one thing you got to know for the test is how do they cover these expenses? They expand their stadiums, and they also attract major sponsors. Going on to page 63 is the television industry. The television industry is constantly searching for that new high intensity, high interest level production or TV show that's going to make high results.
I locked it up for you.
Okay. Reality TV shows, makeover TV shows, the talent search shows are your very traditional programs, but they've been replacing the traditional programs, such as I don't even know what some TV shows would be that they've replaced. But ordinary people on reality TV show don't demand millions of dollars. So Snooki right away didn't require a ton of money to make those shows. The different people on American Idol didn't demand millions of dollars to make these TV shows. Kind of like 2.5 Men. Ashton Kutcher is getting $750,000 for each episode that he films. How else are they trying to get people interested in these shows? You can watch them on TV, but if you missed that show on TV, you can just go onto that program's website and watch that episode that you had missed on their website. If you can't do that, then you may as well go to the internet and go to some on-demand services through iTunes or through your, say, Mid-Continent on-demand. You can watch those episodes there. So they're trying to have a new high-tech form of promotion. Next thing is the concert industry, and I think this is one of the last sections. Concert industry is facing a huge crisis because there's not the high appeal for all these different artists now. So what these artists are doing is that they're partnering together. The last concert I was at was the band Perry, Luke Bryan, and Tim McGraw. So those three as individual artists won't have done very well as individuals, but when they partnered up and paired up, then they had done a lot better. Going on to page 64, state and county fairs. One thing you need to know for the test is that state and county fairs are part of an industry that has made dramatic changes to remain a viable option. State fairs and county fairs used to be like kind of an old-timer thing that old people used to love going to. That was a very traditional thing. Now for people my age and your age, it's not such a tradition anymore. So the management group has turned over to be a younger group now. And with this younger group, they're incorporating new ideas of how to advertise, how to promote these different state and county fairs. How do they do this? They do it by use of technology with online tools, online advertising, online ticket sales, and then these premium books or coupon books, and special topic news releases. I get a news release from the state fair on an email every month, at least once a month, even more so when it gets closer to the Minot State Fair. But that's just the use of new technology in the state and county fair areas. So that's the end of the section now. Questions that I want you to answer, questions 1 and 2. And also number 3. 1, 2, and 3 on page 65. And I want that to be done for tomorrow. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at christopher.art@pederson@gmail.com. Or else you can make a comment on that website. Aside from that, sounds like you're going good. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.